Hello, it's Nancy today. Do you ever get in trouble for anything? You know, when you get in trouble for something, you have two choices. You can take the high road and learn from it and change whatever it is that has to be changed. Or you can get irritated and annoyed and not want anything to do with that person anymore and put you back up. And at that time, when you are feeling offended or when you have been corrected, and what you may think is unjustly, or you may think that you're corrected too many times, I think that's it. If it's too many times and it makes you feel like you're a bad person, right? Because obviously you keep messing up and people keep having to put you back on the right way. Well, that's a very important moment. After that happens, what you do with that, sort of the way you take those thoughts, almost is like creating a concrete and putting it one way or the other. You can, with those feelings, resent and make some kind of opinion or a decision. I'm not going to try anymore. I'm not going to go there anymore. I'm not going to be around the person that corrected anymore. You could make those decisions, or you could decide that person doesn't like me, that person is against me, that person is wrong, unjust. You can come up with all those kind of things. Or, now if you do that, that's sort of cementing your way into one path. I mean, there's always change eventually, but it becomes very difficult to change. If you take those paths, if you decide that's going to be your avenue with this, then it's almost like burning a few bridges. You're going to have to build some bridges to come back onto the right thing. The other way to look at it all is that, okay, well, I guess I've been making quite a few mistakes. And it's a shame that I've made so many public mistakes that I have to be corrected by people. And although this is the way I am, maybe there's not a lot I can do about being a different person, but I can change that behavior. Those things are hard to change. But if I look at it from that point of view, that person that corrected me probably didn't really want to correct me, but felt it was important that they correct me. And so it's very important how you deal with that. Now, what I choose to do is, for instance, this is Thanksgiving Sunday in Canada, October the 12th or something like that. Anyway, look at this tree. I decided that I would lie down under this tree and look at it, because it is just so beautiful. The colors are so beautiful. Sometimes I just have to tap in to something very beautiful to help me to get through something. Sometimes prayer doesn't just work because I'm not at the praying point. But if I could put myself in a position like this, lying under a tree looking up at it, it can help me. Help me to calm myself and to be able to choose the right pathway. I think this is a very important thing to share with people. Being offended is very common. It's very easy to retaliate and dislike someone because of the judgment that they may have directed your way. One thing that's helpful, if you're not in the wrong, if this should not have been corrected, then saying to yourself, well, that's just so-and-so. You know, that's a really powerful thing. There's this lady I know who just seemed to be able to accept everybody. And things that bothered me about other people, didn't bother her, and I wondered, how is it that she can always see the good in people? And she said, oh, well, that's just so-and-so. And I can promise that if you look at people that way, when they, when they do something that bothers you, if you can just say, well, that's just so-and-so, it gives you the ability to accept them the way they are. People are not going to change immediately, and if you have an opinion of someone, that opinion is not going to change who they are, and it'll actually clog up your own happiness. Anyway, I feel better sharing this with you, and I just think it's very important that when we meet up with correction, that we either say, oh, well, that's just so-and-so, it's just the way they are, or we look at ourselves and think, okay, so maybe I do need to make some changes. We have to be very careful not to justify ourselves and dislike the person that's correcting us, because that just separates us. And the whole goal of being on this planet is to be one, and to love each other, and to, be one big family. Anyway, just thought I would leave those things with you. Nancy today.